Welcome back, YouTube. Blaze Shadowthorn here, back again with another live Wi-Fi battle. No, this is just a pre-recorded, pre-narrated, post-narrated, prost-narrated Wi-Fi battle. But anyways, gonna be looking over the team preview, and we're gonna be doing something a little different. So, definitely tell me how you like the Wi-Fi battle, if you like how, it's sped up, how the layout is. Well, the layout's not changing, but, how the battle's done. I've decided to speed it up some because this is a pretty long Wi-Fi battle. There's some stally parts in here, but let's just take a look at my team. Very, very, very interesting. I said OU. As you can look over my opponent's team, he brought a fairly standard OU team. Looking over at my team, I brought a Polyrath because I was looking around my PC, found a Polyrath. I was like, yeah, let's do it. I brought a physically defensive Rotom Watch with a specially defensive Trevenant core because I really like that core. I brought a mixed Infernape because I wanted to test that out, and I have a Mega Bayonet because I finally got one from bank. Well, it was sitting in my bank, I just had to fix it up, and then I brought a Dragalge. Looking over at my opponent's team, biggest threat I see is the Mandabuzz, followed swiftly by the Talonflame, followed promptly by the Chansey, and then, of course, Mega Manectric, just bringing up the rare. The only reason Mega Manectric's there as kind of as a threat is just because it limits my Volt switching capability. I won't be able to Volt Switch freely with my Rotom Wash, which is kind of what I want to be able to do, but I won't be able to do that. So, without further ado, let's just get right into the battle. So, we're going to be getting right on into this Wi-Fi battle. SirVictini is going to be issuing a challenge. He's going to be leading off with his Talonflame. I'm going to be leading off my Poliwrath. Terrible switch up. Got to go directly into my defensive Rotom Wash. He just opts to go straight away for the Brave Bird. That's fine. Not really that much of a deal. And I'm going to predict the Manectric right here, but he opts to switch out into Chansey instead. I go for the safe Hydro Pump. And he makes a couple of weird plays. Works out for him, though. I overpredict a lot in this match. And it was going to switch out. I'm going to go onto my Burning Embers, pretty much predicting he's Toxic, which does happen. And my Lumberry activates, which is great. Cure me of my poison. And I get my Lumberry right back away, which is sweet. Going to go straight away for a substitute right here. Not quite sure what he wants to do, as he opts to Soft Boil, which is fine by me. I'm going to go on to Mandabuzz now. I go for Horn Leech just for a bit of damage. Kind of predicting the switch out into his Talonflame, but still a bit of damage is a bit of damage, and a bit of damage is always very nice. Leftovers happens, not really too much to worry about. He's going for a knockoff. That's fine by me. I am behind his sub. Crit happens. Crit probably didn't matter in the long run, but I missed my Will-O-Wisp, and that is pretty big right there. So I am forced to switch out, have something take a Will-O-Wisp. So knockoff, so gonna go into my Infernape, knock off my Focus Sash, which kind of sucks, but I'm gonna go for the Overheat because I am a mixed Infernape. It doesn't do that much because I'm not specially invested. I have max investment in attack, I just have Overheat because I wanted it. Anyway, Whirlwind me out into the worst possible thing. He Whirlwinds me back out into my Burning Embers, so I'm forced to switch back out into my Infernape to take another knockoff, and so that happens. But actually, what he does right here is I'm going to go for the taunt, pretty much predicting like another Whirlwind, but he instead goes for a Roost. That's fine by me. I still taunted this thing, which is great. And right here, I make a great play. I go for Close Combat. He thinks I'm fully special, switches in his Chansey. That thing just gets bopped with a Close Combat, which is sweet because that Chansey would have been really, really annoying. So what he's going to do now is going to go on his Talonflame. Fine by me. I have my Rotom Wash, and defensive Rotom Wash is a complete counter to Talonflame, which is why it's not getting suspect tested in my opinion, because this thing just walls it to hell. Anyway, he makes a really weird play by going into his his Keldeo. If I would have clicked Volt Switch right there, that would have been amazing, but I was really fearing the Manectric switch in this entire game, which is why I don't click Volt Switch that often. Gonna go on to my Burning Embers because I kind of feel this to be a pretty solid check to this thing. As he goes for Secret Sword, that's fine by me. He's gonna switch now back out into his Talonflame, as I'm gonna go for Horn Leech. Could have switched out into my Talonflame, I meant my Rotom Wash right there, but I just wanted a bit of damage off from that Talonflame. Gonna switch out, gonna go back out in my Rotom Wash now. Once again, take Brave Bird. Rinse and repeat. I see all he's been doing is going for Brave Birds, and judging by the damage, I am thinking this Talonflame is banded, which is good information to know. So this time, he switches out into Manectric just as I go for Volt Switch. I'm like, wow. I haven't went for Volt Switch this entire game, and then suddenly, I'm upset. But anyways, he's going to Mega Evolve right here. That's fine by me. I have my Dragalge. This Dragalge doesn't have a lot of HP investment, but it does have a lot of special defense investment, which means I can eat up these hits with Dragalge. Dragalge is a pretty cool Pokemon. But he reveals the Hidden Power Eyes right here. And that does a lot of damage, actually, as I'm just going to go for Sludge Bomb. That does a lot of damage, though, and I also get the Poison Hacks, which is great, because now I can lower this Minitrix livability down quite a lot. But anyways, I'm going to predict another Hidden Power Ice Go into my Inferno. Pretty much Inferno's my weakest link at this point in time, and I really don't need it. He goes for Thunderbolt, doesn't really matter in the long run. So I lose my my Inferno, but now I can go now into my Bayonet, Mega Evolve, because I'm rocking the Mega Bayonet, and go for the Shadow Sneak. And I'm able to knock out this Manectric. I have both Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch. Don't know why, but dual form's a priority, I guess. But anyways, gonna go out into Talonflame, and I'm gonna switch out, go back again to my Rotom Wash, because you know it's the same song and dance. But this time he goes for U-turn, predicting this, which is a pretty good play. And this also confirms Band. And he's gonna go out into his Keldeo right here. Now that the Manectric is gone, I really honestly should have stayed in, click full switch. I really should have, but I went back out into my Burning Embers. But anyways, doesn't do much. I'm not quite sure what hidden power that is at this point in time, so I'm gonna go for a Horn Leech once again, bring the Talonflame down to a low range of HP, you know, in the yellow. Right here, I make a play, kind of bad, but at the same time, at the time, I thought it was a good play. Sack off my Poliwrath, because I really thought I didn't need it anymore, but later on in the game, it'll matter a little bit. And it doesn't quite knock out the Talonflame, which completely sucks. Right here, I kind of thought he might want to stay in or switch out, because a priority Brave Bird would be pretty useful. But he opts to stay in here. I click full switch. Probably should have clicked rest as well, but you know, that was that. Anyways, he goes for another hidden power. I thought I might be able to live it, but I don't, which is unfortunate. He's going to go on to Drag Queen. Not quite sure what hidden power this is. And it turns out, I believe it's hidden power Psychic. Because it wasn't it wasn't super effective on either Rotom Wash or my thing. Either that or it was a Dragon, which I don't know why I would have hidden power Dragon. But anyways, finally be able to get off the burn on that Mandabuzz, which is great. And I'm gonna predict him to overpredict, go for a Whirlwind by going for a Horn Leech. That works out perfectly, as he Whirlwinds me on the Bayonet. But this is kind of where the Poliwrath thing comes into play, because Poliwrath would have been able to help me a lot against this Mandabuzz, because I have nothing to touch this Mandabuzz with. I have a kind of chance, because I am Shadow Claw's the highest hitting move I have. I have Sucker Punch, Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Sneak, and Shadow Claw in there. If I would have been able to get a crit, if I'm able to get a couple crits, I might be able to turn this game around, knock out the Mandabuzz, and possibly win the game. But it's not looking too good for me, as right here, you know, basically it's me trying to get a crit with Shadow Claw. Funny reality is he ends up getting a crit right there, which he doesn't need the crit to win. I need the one. I'm the one with the crit, and Shadow Claw has the supposed high critical hit ratio. But you know, it's not happening. I'm getting it down. I'm thinking I got it, but nah, he has Roost. So you know, basically, it's a losing battle for me. It's I'm slowly getting worn down by knockoffs. You know, because I was burned, it's not doing as much. But you know, the crit kind of mattered, as it'll come into play right about here. As I'm gonna go for another Shadow Claw, as he goes for a knockoff right there. If he didn't get the crit there, I might have been able to live that, then retaliate back, possibly knock him out with another Shadow Claw, but, you know, I really don't know. It's up to the hacks gods, really. It comes down to min-max variation. But anyways, goes into my Burning Embers. I went for Substitute, hoping I would outspeed, because I did the last time, completely forgetting that he went for Whirlwind. Completely forgetting that fact, so obviously I would go first, and Mandabuzz is just naturally faster, so, you know, I make a bad play right here, keep on going for Horn Leeches. What I should have done was I should have went for a rest right there, and then I also would have potentially had a chance at winning this match, but as I'm sure you could probably tell by me just going for Horn Leeches, it's not going to happen. I end up losing this match. It was a 2-0. No, yeah, it ends up being a 2-0, because eventually I'm able to knock out this Mandabuzz. It lives on like the sliver of HP right there, which it irks me so much. It irks me, but I am able to knock it out finally with another Horn Leech. But anyways, he just brings Keldeo right here. Hidden Power Psychics me to death, and that's gonna be the game. So hopefully, rate, comment, sub. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.